Picture New York City with its iconic skyline, the endless sea of skyscrapers and the constant hum of millions of people going about their daily lives. The city is a symbol of modern urban achievement, a place where ambition and energy seem to fill every street and avenue. Now take a moment to imagine a city even larger, not in the present day but nearly 1,000 years ago, in the heart of Southeast Asia. This was Angkor, the capital of the Khmer Empire in the 12th century. At its height, Angkor was not just a city of temples but a vast metropolis that dwarfed even the largest cities of its time. Its scale and complexity were almost unimaginable for the medieval world. Thanks to groundbreaking LiDAR technology which uses lasers to scan beneath dense jungle canopies, archaeologists have revealed the true extent of Angkor. What was once thought to be a collection of temples is now understood as a sprawling urban landscape stretching over 1,000 square kilometers, making it the largest pre-industrial city ever discovered. The city's layout, with its intricate grid of roads, neighborhoods, and ceremonial spaces, is now visible for the first time in centuries. Angkor's survival and prosperity depended on an ingenious water management system. Massive reservoirs called barays and a network of canals and moats channeled water across the city, supporting rice paddies and providing for the needs of up to 1 million inhabitants. This sophisticated engineering allowed the city to thrive, even through harsh dry seasons and unpredictable monsoons. Imagine the challenge of feeding, housing, and organizing a population of that size without the benefit of modern machinery, electricity, or even the wheel. The people of Angkor built homes, markets, and workshops, all bustling with activity. Their achievements in architecture, agriculture, and city planning were nothing short of monumental. Today, the temples like Angkor Wat stand as breathtaking reminders of this lost civilization. But in their time, these temples were just the spiritual and political heart of a much larger city, surrounded by vibrant neighborhoods and the daily rhythms of urban life. Most of the city's homes were built from wood, raised on stilts to protect against floods. Over centuries, these wooden structures decayed and disappeared, leaving only the stone temples and monuments behind. The empty clearings and subtle earthworks are all that remain of the places where ordinary people once lived, worked, and raised their families. Angkor was a city alive with activity, a place where kings ruled from grand palaces, priests led elaborate ceremonies, artisans crafted intricate sculptures, and farmers tended the fields that fed the empire. The city's markets bustled with traders, and its streets echoed with the sounds of daily life. It was the beating heart of a powerful civilization that influenced the entire region. The rediscovery of Angkor's true scale has transformed our understanding of history. No longer just a mysterious temple complex, Angkor is now recognized as one of the greatest urban centers the world has ever seen, rivaling and even surpassing the size of many modern cities. For centuries, the jungle kept Angkor's secrets hidden. Trees and vines grew over the ruins, and the city's vastness was forgotten by the outside world. Only the tallest stone towers hinted at the greatness that once was. The greatest city on Earth simply vanished from our maps, its memory preserved only in legend and stone. Today, as we uncover its secrets, Angkor stands as a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and the enduring mystery of lost civilizations. How does a city of 1 million people just fall off the map? Imagine a metropolis so grand, so advanced, that it was once the beating heart of an empire. Yet today, it lies silent, its stone towers and temples swallowed by the jungle. This is the story of Angkor, the lost city of the Khmer Empire. The Khmer Empire, a powerhouse of Southeast Asia, dominated the region for centuries. Its rulers commanded armies, built monumental temples, and presided over a thriving civilization. At its peak, Angkor was one of the largest cities in the world, bustling with life, commerce, and culture. Central to Angkor's success was its sophisticated water management system. Engineers constructed vast networks of canals, reservoirs, and moats, an intricate web that captured and distributed water across the city and its farmlands. This allowed the city to flourish, even during dry seasons, and supported a huge population. But this system, as advanced as it was also fragile. Prolonged droughts, followed by intense monsoons, put immense pressure on the infrastructure. The canals and reservoirs could not always cope with the extremes, leading to floods, water shortages, and eventually, the breakdown of the entire system. Climate change, even back then, played a role. Shifting weather patterns brought unpredictable rains and devastating droughts. The once reliable monsoon became erratic, and the land that had fed millions began to fail. When the water system failed, crops withered in the fields, famine swept through the city, and hunger bred unrest. People began to question their leaders, and the social fabric of Angkor started to unravel. As Angkor weakened from within, it faced threats from outside. The neighboring kingdom of Ayutthaya saw an opportunity. Their armies invaded, sacking the city, looting its treasures and draining its wealth. The empire's power was shattered. Meanwhile, a new spiritual wave swept through the region. Theravada Buddhism began to replace the old Hindu-centric beliefs that had united the empire. This shift eroded the social glue that held Angkor together, leaving its people divided and uncertain. With its lifeblood failing, its water, its food, its unity, Angkor slowly emptied. Once crowded streets fell silent, temples and palaces were abandoned, left to the mercy of time and nature. People moved away in search of better lives, and the jungle crept in, reclaiming what humans had built. Trees split stone, vines wrapped around ancient walls, and the city faded from memory. The magnificent city of Angkor slept for centuries, its secrets hidden beneath a wall of green. Today, as we uncover its ruins, we are left to wonder, how could such greatness vanish so completely, leaving only silent stones and whispered legends behind? Angkor was never truly lost to everyone. While the world beyond Southeast Asia may have forgotten its grandeur, the ancient city remained a living presence for those who called Cambodia home. Its temples, shrouded in mist and mystery, stood as silent witnesses to centuries of change, their stones echoing with the footsteps of generations. Local Khmer people lived among the ruins, seeing them as sacred ancestral grounds. For them, Angkor was not a relic of the past, but a vital part of daily life, a place of worship, of memory, and of community. The temples were woven into the rhythms of their lives, hosting festivals, rituals, and quiet moments of reflection. In the 16th century, Portuguese and Spanish missionaries journeyed through the region, leaving behind brief, tantalizing accounts of a vast stone city hidden in the jungle. Their writings described towers and causeways, carvings and statues, but to European audiences these tales seemed too fantastical to be true, dismissed as exaggerations or the product of overactive imaginations. Among these early visitors was a Portuguese friar, Antonio de Madalena, who arrived in 1586. He was overwhelmed by the scale and beauty of Angkor Wat, describing it as a work of such extraordinary construction that it defied belief. Yet his words, like those of others, faded into obscurity, overshadowed by skepticism and the sheer remoteness of the site. For centuries, the world wasn't ready to believe in a lost jungle metropolis. The dense Cambodian forests grew thick around the temples, concealing them from all but the most determined travelers. Myths and rumors persisted, but few outsiders ventured far enough to see the truth with their own eyes. For the Khmer, Angkor was home, not a lost city. Its stones held the stories of their ancestors, and its sacred spaces continued to draw pilgrims and worshippers. The temples were living monuments, cared for and revered, even as the outside world remained unaware of their significance. In the mid-19th century, France's colonial expansion in Indochina sparked a new wave of curiosity about the region's history. French explorers, scholars, and officials began to hear whispers of the lost city, and their imaginations were fired by the prospect of uncovering a forgotten civilization. Naturalists and adventurers armed with scientific curiosity and a sense of wonder began to listen to local stories. Guided by Khmer villagers, they ventured into the jungle, mapping, sketching, and documenting what they found. These early encounters marked the beginning of Angkor's reintroduction to the world stage. The stage was set to reveal the full glory of Angkor to the world, a city that had never truly disappeared, but had simply been waiting for its story to be heard once more. Enter Henry Mohot, a French naturalist and explorer. He wasn't the first European to see Angkor, but he got the world to pay attention. Mohot's vivid descriptions and sketches of the vine-choked temples captured the European public's imagination. His work sparked a sensation, and his journals became a bestseller. Mohot mistakenly dated the temples to ancient Rome, but his enthusiasm was infectious. His journey marked the turning point from rediscovery to systematic study. Following his publications, the French government established the École Française d'Extrême-Orient to study the art and archaeology of Asia. Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world, a symbol of Cambodia and a masterpiece. Built in the early 12th century, it was dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. Its design represents the Hindu cosmos, with central towers symbolizing Mount Meru, and the moat representing the cosmic ocean. The temple is a floating structure, stable in Cambodia's wet ground. Nearly 20,000 square feet of bas-reliefs depict epic tales from Hindu mythology. Angkor Wat faces west, possibly as King Suryavarman's mausoleum, symbolizing the end of a cycle. Walking through its galleries at sunrise is an unforgettable experience. Beyond Angkor Wat lies the enigmatic Bayon, built by King Jayavarman VII, famous for its towers adorned with giant, smiling faces. Walking through Bayon is surreal, with calm, all-knowing stone faces watching you. The bas-reliefs depict everyday life in the 12th century, a priceless snapshot of the Khmer world. Ta Prohm, made famous by Tomb Raider, is a temple reclaimed by nature. Massive trees grow out of the ruins, their roots snaking over walls, creating a stunning visual of nature versus architecture. Exploring Ta Prohm feels like discovering it for the first time. Together, Angkor Wat, Bayon and Ta Prohm tell Angkor's incredible story. Angkor is packed with unsolved mysteries that keep archaeologists up at night. One riddle is King Jayavarman VII's prolific building frenzy, and the shift to Mahayana Buddhism. At Ta Prohm, a carving resembling a stegosaurus sparks endless debate. The purpose of the massive reservoirs, or barays, is still not completely understood. The biggest mystery is Angkor's collapse, likely a perfect storm of climate change, war, and religious change. The complexity that allowed Angkor to thrive may have also led to its downfall. The temples of Angkor are the heart of the Cambodian nation, a source of pride and a symbol of Khmer identity. After the Khmer Rouge regime, the temples became a rallying point for a nation trying to heal. Today, Angkor is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a vital economic engine for Cambodia. The challenge is managing tourism without damaging the monuments. The temples remain important spiritual centers woven into the fabric of daily life and belief. Visiting Angkor is about witnessing a nation's identity and the pride of the Khmer people. We've journeyed from a city larger than New York to the heart of a modern nation's identity. The story of Angkor is a tale of ambition, faith, collapse, and rebirth. New discoveries are made every year, revealing more secrets about the Khmer Empire. The ground at Angkor is humming with history, with more chapters to uncover. Exploring these sites connects us with the innovators and artists who shaped our world. The story of Angkor is just one of many, and our expedition is far from over. There are more mysteries to solve and incredible stories to tell. The adventure is just getting started.